films it is operated by or has orders placed by 11 NATO nations and a further 6 partner nations. The Royal Air Force and Royal Navy operates the F-35B variant, which has a short takeoff and landing capability, enabling it to operate from HMS Queen Elizabeth and HMS Prince of Wales.
Spain that became the first British frontline F-35B unit when its first 4 aircraft arrived at Marham in June 2018, and the 207 Squadron, from which this aircraft comes, which is the Lightning Operational Conversion Unit, followed in July 2019. Now we should see the weapons bay open here. Cut down on the drag for this aircraft to enable its self-characteristics. And that bay able to carry 4 medium-range air-to-air missiles, a combination of 2 of them and a pair of take-weight 500-pound precision-guided bombs. Still very much in the build-up phase at RIAT deployed on board HMS Prince of Wales from February through to March of 2020. Capabilities beginning to be demonstrated by this aeroplane, and this all courtesy of this aircraft's propulsion system. The Rolls-Royce lift system is key to the next part of the display. 29,000 shaft horsepower are transferred from the main Pratt & Whitney F135 engine to the lift fan element via a drive shaft and a clutch. And the thrust those of you with good eyes or long lenses, you will have seen the tail area moving very, very quickly to maintain that level and straight trajectory. All done by the fly-by-wire system on board this very advanced fighter aircraft. This type of landing is intended to be used at expeditionary sites in roads. Maybe if a runway is short or has been damaged in part, where the priority is to minimise the distance in which you bring the aircraft to a stop. The pilot will be targeting a specific flight path angle and a precise touchdown point, all based, of course, on the stopping distance that's required on the particular strip and the gross weight of the aeroplane.
But that's far from the end of this display, because we're now going to see concrete available and a short takeoff distance is required. The pilot spooling the engine up to 34% thrust, releasing the brakes, and then once the aircraft's at 60 knots, he'll select throttle to military power and rotate when the engine responds. But it really did help de-risk the process and lead to the sort of flight control laws that are now employed on the F-35B, and not just employed on the aircraft type, but being used regularly operationally.
The big RIATs on computing, which clearly was not available back in the 60s when the Harrier was first developed, of course. Very noisy. In 2021, there was the first Harrier strike group deployment with the new carrier involving these aircraft and their first use in operations over Iraq and Syria. And they've since been flying long-range sorties as part of Britain's response to the Ukraine conflict, often integrating with Typhoons and with other assets. Coming in now for its final pass from right to left before departing home tomorrow, the RIAT Lockheed Martin F-35B Lightning. its dew point and the condensation there becomes visible.